English philosopher Jeremy Bentham said, tyranny and anarchy are never far apart, meaning tyranny and anarchy actually have always been political conditions and realities and imperatives that can never be considered to be separate or isolated from one another, because they are interdependent and interconnected, and they share an intricate and inseparable connection and relation to each other. And that means neither can be taken in isolation, and neither is the consequence of just some random cause or event. Wherever there is anarchy, there is also always going to be unrest, disorder, arson, and anarchy in the people, because they are being systematically put into or subjected to injustice, inequality, and constant discrimination, corruption, partiality, etc. And that's why they are going to engage in anarchy. They are just going to put a rebellion, revolt against the tyranny itself and the tyrant and the tyrannical powers and organizations that he has created in the society. So wherever there is tyranny, there is also always going to be anarchy and disorder and unrest of some kind or another in the society. And where there is anarchy, there is also tyranny and dictatorship in one way or another. So these are not isolated cases when obviously corruption, criminality, discrimination, injustice, inequality soars, peaks and breaks boundaries. Then obviously everyone has their own limits of patience and tolerance, and everyone's kindness, understanding, and respect and admiration for their governments and leaders breaks apart, and they are snapped. And we are also going to snap because of corruption, inflation, unemployment, poverty, discrimination, and favoritism. And we're also going to have to revolt and rebel against these so-called politicians and governments and organizations alongside the billionaires for the ultimate and eventual restoration and reformation of power, order, rule, regulation, law, and also justice, equality, morality, fairness for each and every one of us in the society in which we live. And ultimately that will work automatically towards the path of happiness, contentment, satisfaction for all. So that's how they two are interconnected and interdependent upon each other, even though we don't always recognize it or realize the patterns. But everything has a pattern, and nothing happens by chance, nothing happens by coincidence. Because there is tyranny and injustice and other repressive forms of governments and powers in the world, there is also anarchy.